My man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Alright, for those first time here, the song you're hearing right now is actually the WOSDEC theme song. It is a real Team Drew Spaceman original song for the game. You'll be hearing that a lot more as I work on the dungeon reports and videos for it coming up. I'm actually in the middle of filming a trailer for it for Gen Con, which we'll talk about in a little bit too. Cam, knock it off. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? Charlie, Ink GM. For those who haven't checked him out, please check him out on Instagram. That's my dude. He's super dope. He's super nice, great RPG nerd. He does something that I'm not a fan of, which is he does D&D memes and reels, which drive me crazy. But the man behind the account is incredible, so I look past it in his case. Jay, what's up? Dude, I'm gonna butcher this. Jachius? Oh man, I'm just gonna apologize. I'm sorry. I know I'm saying it wrong because I'm special. Cam, always thank you for coming. Always nice to see you, even though you do roast me. Jachius, that's Jachius. We'll figure that out as we go. But anyway, I don't want to do a super long stream tonight. It's been up and down. I had some hardware issues. Now I don't have hardware issues. We're back and running. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about WOSDEC and everything going on with that nonsense that we have going on. We agreed on 5 hours. We did, but that was when I was a younger man and had energy. Plus, I'm really enjoying painting. So for those who aren't aware or haven't been paying attention to my Instagram, I've been painting a lot of War Machine, and it's really been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it. It's been really good for me mentally. Like, I haven't enjoyed painting minis this much in a long time. So I'm just having some fun. And for those who aren't aware, my father and I have a decades-long feud between Signar and Kador, and he's expected me to wield my Winter Core as usual. However, I'm wielding the Dark Operations, where they've actually taken over his Storm Legion guys and made them their zombies. So he's gonna have a fit when I put those out. So that's just a little personal thing. I don't want to hop right into it because there's some huge stuff going on with WOSDEC. Oh, hold on. Speaking of WOSDEC, Obor himself just texted me, and I haven't heard from him in weeks. Excuse me. Oh, there he is. Okay. I actually had to text him to see if he was alive because he literally hasn't responded to anything in 2 weeks. So I apologize. I had to see that he's alive. Anyway, so I guess we'll hop right into it. One, the big fancy table is here. I've started filming on it already. Let me turn down this music. I feel like the music's really loud. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Oh no, that's not what I turned down. I need to stream more regularly because I get confused every time I do it, like it's my first time streaming. Is the table strong enough for me to lay on? Without the leaves in, yes. With the leaves in, no. Because, so I have the recess in it. It's like a 4 to 6 inch deep recess. And, that's where all the, gaming gets stored, like the vault, they call it, whatever. It's made by the Weathered Dragon, who, you know, let me throw this in here right now. WeatheredDragon.com. Okay, so that's where I got the table from. I wound up meeting that dude a couple years ago in California at a gaming convention, Mysticon. We are trauma survivors with that convention, we'll just say. And we bonded over our trauma of going to California and everything. But it was a good trip. Me and him met. We actually have become really good personal friends at this point. And yeah, I got my table from him. It's awesome. You can see pictures of it on my Instagram. you're going to see a lot more of it as I film the WOSDEC battle reports, because I'm going to film every single narrative dungeon. And I'm also going to do a lot of how-to videos coming up. Right now I'm trying to get the trailer done for Gen Con, which I'll talk about in a second. So let's start with the important thing. WOSDEC will continue. That hashtag has been up for a little bit. People have been saying, what does that mean? What exactly is involved in that? WOSDEC will continue. It's literally what it sounds like. I have finally, it's taken some teeth pulling and some hair pulling, but I finally got everything I need, quote unquote, legally to continue with WOSDEC pretty much indefinitely. I mean, indefinitely might be a strong word, but I can keep going for the foreseeable future. The exact details of that are still being locked down and sent to me in terms of, my limitations as always, but WOSDEC 2 is going to happen. If you guys have the book, you might recognize the picture on the screen right now from the last page of the book. And I just said the cog throne will rise. Excuse me, I had a burp. I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper because I wanted one. So at the end of the book, or PDF, whatever you did, thank you to everyone who bought a book, because I know there's at least a couple of you in here who have the physical book. That dude sitting right there is the big bad of the cog throne. He has a whole story going on, and I was debating really for a long time if I want to share this with everybody. And I feel like showing this is something worth showing, and leaving up while we talk about it. But here you go. That is the cover for book 2. That is the official WOSDEC 2 cover, the Cog Throne. What his dude, yeah, exactly. It is Clockwork Cove theming. There's a lot of steampunk in it, but something that isn't shown by this cover, that might get you excited too, is I'm gonna be dwelling in the Arcadian Dunes too, where one of the big bads is gonna of one of the new raids is actually gonna be like a large scarab type beetle. If you want to think World of Warcraft, like Anubra Khan and Anubra Rock, those beetle guys, that's what their style's gonna be, like those like large scarab beetles that are like not just beetles, but like centaur beetles. I don't know what you would call them, but they're a lot more intimidating than just a regular beetle looking thing. There's gonna be an Egyptian style themed raid. I'm not gonna go too much into detail because I do have a roadmap of reveals coming up that I'll go over in a minute. But the official is WOSDEC will continue. I've had a ton of positive feedback. I've actually had a lot of people in the forums and Discord server actually reach out to me and tell me how much fun they're having with it. Some people already at like level 8 with a majority of their characters. Like that's how much they're playing it, which is really exciting. Some of them are getting ready to start going into raiding, which is really cool and exciting. Yeah, dude, book 2, Charlie. I'm so stoked. It's I really didn't know if it was going to continue. There was a lot of back and forth between me and the IP holders because, I mean, let's be honest. I'm a small business, and I only became a business so I could put this out legally. And getting anything officially in writing has been, to be fair, they've been very kind, very generous, and very gracious with me. But getting things going has at times felt like pulling teeth, and they have acknowledged that. And I don't know if it's ever been like an official apology, but they've definitely talked like, hey man, like I know, we've been holding it up a little bit, we've been busy trying to lock together, so they've been really cool. They've been very genuinely nice to me, and I really can't complain about working with them, other than sometimes things take a little bit of time. And I'm very open with them about that too. Like I'm not trash talking them. I'm not like, don't tell them. It just, I can't. It's just sometimes working with them is really tough in that regard. But overall, they're very, very great to work with. They've given me a lot of freedom with this, and now going forward, I have even more freedom, which is really cool. So, yeah, Cam, it is nice to see that people are really excited for it. Again, I've gotten messages on Instagram. I get messages on Discord. I get messages. I get emails. As a matter of fact, if you guys aren't following my Instagram, I do frequently share. There is a lady in Japan who has bought the entire miniature line, plus everything else that she could. She actually got the Celeste pinup. She got the physical book. She got everything but the player dashboards. And her daughter actually paints the minis and makes reels of them online of her painting them. She's the one who just did Celeste and said, let's paint these eyes. That one that I just recently shared. And I get messages from her regularly about how happy she is, like, because her daughter sees that I'm sharing it. She's super happy, and it feels cool, to do that. Yeah, big ass robot, Blue Beetle Guardian. I haven't decided on his color scheme. I'm leaning towards purple actually, but like a metallic purple. But model line plan for the new book. Short answer, yes. Detailed answer, I don't want to reveal anything. There's nothing that is set in stone yet. I can't really show anything. I don't really know if I have anything planned. I don't know if there's going to be any minis for it. Yet. It's not like I invested in anything yet, but there is. I hope everyone's paying attention to that. Yes, there will be miniatures. In regards to because it's a comic. I'm getting indecent here. One of the common questions is starter box and spawning points. The quick answer to starter box is no. There won't be one. All I can say is there will be opportunities and online resources for you if you don't have the books and cards and stuff. There's something I'm working on with that stuff that will happen, and that's all I can really say about that. Just that there's hope. That's something that I'll be able to, like, so for instance, if you aren't familiar, if you go on my website, I already have the Arcade 2.0 rules up. So there's going to be access to things. Selling a complete starter box, I just can't do. It's not in the cards because once again, did you sculpt the Plague Throne line? We'll get to that in a second. So things will be available. I can't release like basic card packs and stuff, but if you have the WOSDEC book or you download the WOSDEC book, all the cards you need are really in there. Sans Loot and Treasure. But I believe you can get those online through different resources already. So I apologize, I won't have an official starter box because it is an expansion to Super Dungeon. So it'll work itself out. You'll just have to pay attention. Did I sculpt the Plague Throne line? So did I sculpt is a weird question. If you're asking if I designed the minis and designed like the concepts of them, the rules, the overall look of them, the concept of them, 100%. If you're asking did I actually do the 3D modeling, no. For Plague Throne, I had two 3D modelers. One was Heriberto from he does capsule mini or capsule chibi in regards to the second half where I had like the female characters and Celeste herself. That was done by Celia Miniatures. Both of these people have worked for Soda Pop Minis and has designed for Super Dungeon before. So they did sculpt for me to make it Super Dungeon adjacent. Going forward, I'm happy to announce that my sculptor for Cog Throne and going forward is going to be Celia Miniatures. We're working together. She designed the guy who you see on the screen right now. She designed his mini. She's going to be designing a whole bunch of more minis for me. And any miniature line associated with the Cog Throne is going to be developed by her. She's fantastic to work with. She's very fair priced. She's very talented, and she really nails the chibi look. So yes, she will be my go-to going forward. So the look that you see in the Plague Throne line is going to carry through into the Cog Throne line, and that was really important to me. Who'd you see? Drakenheim, thank you. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. I don't want to say your real name because I don't know if I'm allowed, but I know your real name. Anyway, Mr. Drakenheim is awesome too. He's a big fan of the chibis. He won the Plague Throne painting competition 1. We'll see what happens with number 2. Okay, so that's big announcement number 1. WOSDEC will continue officially. The second book, here's the other big announcement, is in development. There's going to be a list of reveals, so here's what they are. Coming up in probably November, I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you what it is, but I'm not going to show you what it is. But there is going to be an anniversary mini that's going to go up for pre-orders in November. It's going to be a collector's box anniversary edition diorama piece. What that's going to be is it's going to have a nice full plague throne diorama, obviously old chibi style. It's going to have an alternate pose Celeste on Mr. Buttons, and it's going to have an alternate pose, what the frick is his name? Sir Sigmund. It's been a rough week. I can't remember my own characters' names. So the anniversary set, again, is going to be a full... How big is it? It's probably about this big, the diorama base. That was it. And it's going to have 2 minis. The way that the base is designed is the miniatures are going to have alternate poses. You are going to be able to believe them in the diorama when you're not using them. And if you want to use them, you can actually pull them out of the diorama. The bases fit inside and blend in with the background. And you can wield them on the table. In that, there's also going to be collector's edition cards. There's going to be a Celeste hero card called Celeste the Redeemed. That's only going to be available with that mini. And I'm going to have those go for pre-sale November, so I can ship them out in time for the holidays if somebody really wants them. And then I will also have some at Page and hopefully Lit. I mean, if I sell out, I sell out. Are the models going to be play size? The models are play size, yes. The only thing that's big is the diorama base. You know what? Screw it. I don't care. Here we go. So, because I'm excited. I'm a big kid. So this is it. What you're looking at. This is Celeste, the new pose. Mr. Buttons is up on his legs, roaring mightily, and Celeste is literally supported by chains flying up and over Mr. Buttons. And when you want to use her, bloop, you can take her out. And over here is Sir Sigmund in his very aggressive dual sword wielding pose, where he's flying over the rubble. And then, you know, this is the base itself. It's got a bunch of skulls. It's got the plague throne actually on it. And then when you're done, it just drops right back in. And bam. You have the diorama and the combat scene back. So that is going to be fully previewed coming in November, which is going to be really exciting to show off. Fully painted, fully colored and everything. As a matter of fact, just today I got in all the bases because those I sent out to California to my friends in Fishbowl Studios, who are really great people for 3D printing. Visit their store. They're on Instagram, Fishbowl Studios. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it like a really special set. I'm gonna try to keep the cost not astronomical, obviously, as has pretty much been my pledge for this whole project. Again, it is going to have two foil cards in it. Sorry, Cam, I know you don't like foil cards. Collector's edition. But I may also do the regular cards, just because it's cool and fun. And then it's going to have the Celeste Redeem card that you can use. So the other option I'm thinking about is doing 2 regular size cards, plus the redemption card, and then so you can use her as a hero. And then doing maybe 2 oversized cards that go in it that are collector's pieces that go up behind it on little stands or whatever you want to do. So it's going to have that. It's going to have the alternate poses. So, yeah. So that's going to be fully revealed more towards the fall. Because I do want to release that one in time for the holidays. Because if you're a miniature painter, it's a really fun piece. It's super super fun. Giant size cards is still funny, and if you want to use them, you can. So that's big reveal number 1. So my roadmap reveals at Page. I'm going to have the art on display that you see on the screen now for the cover for WOSDEC 2. Can you share the studio page on your Instagram stories? I can't find Fishbowl Studios. Yeah, you know what? While I'm talking, I'll look it up real quick. So at Page, I'm going to have the artwork. Oh, here we go. Fishbowl _studio _prints. And hold on, let me take a look here, Cam. That might be it. Open link. That is not it. Hold on. How do I see the @ on this? Message. Go to the... Yeah, it should be Fishbowl Studio Prints. Fishbowl _studio _prints on the Instagrams. But they print the bases for me for the Dragon, Euthraxia, and they printed these anniversary ones. Yeah, so at Page in January, which, by the way, if you haven't met Camerai, you can meet Camerai at Page, as well as myself. Camerai is going to be running a bunch of demos of WOSDEC, the Plague Throne, at the place in our actual booth, which is really cool. And a huge shout out to Cam for volunteering to do that. I mean, granted, I am putting you up in a nice little suite with with me and a couple others, but it's going to be super cool to have you there, dude. I love when we. So for those who don't know, Camerai comes to Long Island Tabletop. He only came the past 2 years, and it's been so much fun. Him and Sir Drakey both have come out, and it's been rad to just hang with them and just bullshit with them and have a good time. Buy a big ass dragon. Yeah, that'd be cool. I would appreciate that. I love when people buy the dragon, as much as I hate printing her. Let's see. So at Page, you can demo with Cam. We are going to have Kate's mini cache, however you say it. She will be live painting in the booth throughout the days of Page. Her husband Doug will be in the booth with me, helping me talk to people and do sales, whatever. I'm going to be floating around the booth, just helping wherever anyone needs help, getting Kate water if she needs it for the minis, or getting paints, whatever. So come on down. It's going to be a really cool time. Again, I think there's 10 sessions, Cam, if I'm correct, if I remember correctly. I think it was 10, 8 or 10. I think it's 10 though. For you to come try the Plague Throne version of the game. So, and again, I'll have a bunch of minis for sale. Let me see if I can do this. So where I'm pointing right now on my screen, all those cardboard boxes, those are all filled with stock. So I am fully stocked right now. I'll probably print out more for Page, because after Page I have Lit a couple months later, and I don't want to keep printing in between. So I'll have a full stock of the miniature line. I'm gonna try and get the hardcover books again for the thing, but to be honest, it would definitely help if I made some more sales before then to help fund that, because printing the hardcover books is not cheap. I priced it where I don't make much of a profit, to be honest. Again, because this was all supposed to be a digital download. I got the thumbs up to do the hardcover prints, and I did it because I was getting mine printed anyway, and it was kind of steamrolled like that. It was never meant to be a full stock item, but people seem to really enjoy it, so I'm going to try and do it. Page and Lit are East Coast cons, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. They are both East Coast. Page is Pennsylvania. Lit is New York. That is my native convention. Ken's been there a couple times. It's not a tremendous convention, but it's big enough that it's a lot of fun, a lot of random people walking around, good vendors. If you like tabletop games, like TTRPGs, board games, card games, it's a really good and well-run convention. Decent food trucks. I think they get the same ones every year, so I'm kind of bored of them. Thank you. And so speaking of pricing, I'm still not increasing my pricing because nothing's really gone up in terms of cost for me right now. But someone was complaining about the pricing of minis the other day, and I was just like, you know what, $10 for a hero that you only need one of is really good. Like, what other game do they have that? I mean, you get a single off hero for Games Workshop, which is, I understand it's GW, but you're paying $50, sometimes $75 for a single character of similar size. So, I think my $10 price range is pretty reasonable, and then $15 for the largers and so on. But I don't have pricing for the big boy yet, for the new BBEG or the diorama yet. I gotta still figure that out. They're not going to be super cheap like the individual models, but they're not going to be overly expensive compared to like everything else in the market similar. So there I will have diorama minis for sale. I will have the big bed of book 2 painted and on display with the artwork for the cover. In addition, I'm not going to tell you the names of them or where they are, but there's going to be 4 new endgame raids in WOSDEC 2. So you're going to have 4 more high-level raids. I will have the artwork for all of those actually on display as well at Page. In WOSDEC 2, I've been writing. There's 5 new heroes already being developed. In terms of all their rules are done. It's drawing the artwork and 3D sculpting them at this point. They're really fun. A couple of them are throwbacks to games that I loved growing up. And one of them is going to be a crafter of all things who runs the Weathered Dragon Inn. So that makes me happy. It's going to be a little Mike Mike of the Weather Dragon miniature in the game, kind of like Drithalion and Toons and all them. And then, so yeah, level cap's going to be increased by 5 new heroes, multiple new big bosses. I think at least 3 or 4 for miniature line wise. And then I might do a spawn point or 2. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to get carried away because controlling the amount of miniatures I produce does help keep me in track with being able to provide them and supply them. For those of you who were around for round 1, know that I think almost everything was shipped ahead of schedule to everybody and went pretty well. Are you going to explain the thing where they save themselves to enter the story? I don't understand. Don't worry about that, Camera. Is WOSDEC 2 like a new layer on top of Plague Throne, or is it meant to be concurrent level-wise? So it's WOSDEC 2, that's a great question, is basically going to go level 1 to 10, and then the Cog Throne is going to continue to the story after Celeste is defeated for another 5 levels. So it's going to take you from level 10 to level 15. There's going to be a new crafting specialty. There's going to be, like I said, 4 new raids, more Temporal Caverns raids, or dungeons. There's going to be at least 18, I think it's 18 new narrative dungeons I have set. Part 2, not WOSDEC 2.0, even though he's going to write it down. No, I'm not writing it as 2.0, Camerai. It's just WOSDEC the Cog Throne. It's the next one in the book. I might put, like, inside chronological order. So, if you guys saw the name of this episode, it's called The Throne What? WOSDEC the What Thrones? So, essentially what's going to happen is WOSDEC the Cog Throne follows the Plague Throne. Then, at the end of that, I don't want to spoil the story too much for you, but we're going to enter a new area of the world that hasn't been explored yet, because I've been given permission to kind of world build my own little thing. So, yeah, I'm going to do a chronology list, for sure, which will lead me into, you know, the next 3 or 4 books. So, yeah, WOSDEC is going to have at least another 1, 2, 3, 4 more. It's going to have at least 4 more books of expansions and raids and leveling. It is going to explore. So for those who don't know, I have the Shards of Emeria. Emeria is going to be a place that you can actually go in the storyline now and explore and do all sorts of stuff. So it's like another tale in the Throne series. So no and yes. It's not a D&D adventure book. It's literally continuing. Picture it more like this: World of Warcraft Vanilla, World of Warcraft Burning Crusade, World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King. It's continuing the story and expanding the world, but each expansion adds on and increases level, adds new raids, adds new dungeons, all that stuff, and that's going to keep going. Remember how War Machine took the MK off their books? Cam, come on, man. So, yeah, so we're going to continue going through. We're going to just continue. So, again, in the next book, it's going to be up to level 15. There's going to be new crafting recipes, new dungeons, new raids. And the thing that I'm doing, kind of like World of Warcraft did when they first did it, before they went bonkers, is the power creep is going to be very, very, what's the word? Gradual. It's going to be a very gradual power creep, where you're going to level up more, you're going to get more abilities, new recipes, new equipment, new legendary items and things like that. But it's not going to be like you go from, you know, raiding in Plague Throne that you go to a regular dungeon in the Cog Throne and you're just like, I'm just going to roll 15 stars every turn, here we go, and just decimate everything. Like, it's not going to work like that. There's a whole bunch with it that I have written out in the book and the rules already. Again, 18 new narrative dungeons are going to tell the story. It's going to have that Burning Crusade feel, where like it really introduces some new things, but still continues the same feel of the game. And yeah, and I can tell you that the end of the story in book 2, because I've already written the whole story through, because I've been working on it quietly for months now, is it's going to take you into a whole new place called Emeria, which is going to be I don't know. It's kind of like it's going to be like a separate world to Crystalia while in Crystalia. It's weird, but when you see it explained and in the story, it's going to make a lot more sense, and that's going to introduce where I can build my whole world parallel to Crystalia, where the characters can move in and out story-wise and narrative dungeon-wise. So it's going to be fun. How much harder will it be to push the boulder up the hill every level? I'm going to continue the same leveling system right now, at least for this book, where I think it's like every level it costs like 5 more experience, and like you reset once you level. So like level 1 to 2 is 10 experience, level 2 to 3 is 15, level 3 to 4 is 20, and once you level, any extra experience is discarded. So it's like starting over again. You need 15 experience. And of course, the narrative dungeons are going to give you, boatloads of it. The guild size is going to increase. Guild benefits are going to increase. That you can upgrade with it. I love how Joe's been adding layers to this with. I just kick them. Also, I'm. Yeah. So, it's gonna introduce a lot more, and again, it's gonna grow kind of like World of Warcraft did with the new dungeons, new everything. So WOSDEC is based off your home play group, right? How far ahead is your group with the story? Or are you guys already in Arc 6? No, we're not. As a matter of fact, we have restarted. Once the book came out, we started from level 0, and unfortunately, we've all been so busy that we haven't been able to get together a lot. I have played it through myself. We're currently in chapter 3. I forget what the one that is, because you have the Witch's Fate, then you have the Mistborn, and then the one after that is where we are. I think that's the Molten Core one, or whatever it is, Molten with angry Ragnaros ripoff guy. Rock and Roxor, that's him. Yeah, I think we're up to that part right now. Like next session, I think we start that. Because we play pretty casually at this point, because we were playtesting for so long that we've already done literally everything, including the raids. So to just, for our purposes as the home group, we're just kind of chilling and playing it slow and just having fun with it. As a matter of fact, we added another guy to it from the group. Crit One and Done has joined the group, so that's pretty cool. So at Page, you have all that. The diorama mini will be available at Page. The big thing is, after that, is going to be Long Island Tabletop. At Long Island Tabletop, everything for WOSDEC 2 is going to be revealed. Everything that wasn't revealed at Page, everything that was alluded to at Page, is going to be fully revealed in a full trailer. I'm talking about showing off the tiles for the new raids, showing off the tiles for the new areas, showing off every single miniature for the line. Page 4 is only going to have the big bad and the diorama on display in terms of quote-unquote new miniatures. All the new heroes will be fully painted professionally by Kate on display. Their cards will be on display so you can see what they can do, their abilities. You can pick up the cards, take a look. As a matter of fact, I want to run tables using them so people can get a feel for them. And that's going to be all laid out in an actual trailer. I'm going to have a filmed trailer that's going to be like the one for Gen Con, which I'll talk about in a second. It's going to be a practical film one where everything is like 3D boards, 3D painted everything, like just lighting effects. It's going to be silly. For those who haven't seen it, I released a little sneak peek of it on the Discord. It's cheesy as anything, but it makes me giggle. So everything will be officially released at Lit in terms of reveals. Now, the exacts of recipes, like the narrative dungeons and the raids of like what they're going to be and the rules for them, that's obviously not going to be available because that's all going to be in the book. But for instance, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I can have all the models for the big raid bosses done by then too, and have all them on display as well as the heroes. And then anything I do beyond that, I'll just reveal online. Because my goal is to get WOSDEC 2 out probably by the end of next year, where we can start pre-ordering it and getting it ready again, like we did with this one. Because I feel like that's enough time that WOSDEC 1 has been out that people will be excited for a continuation. But so that's the other big news, is there's going to be all that revealed at Lit, and if anyone is on the East Coast or can make it there, dude, don't even get me started with an Amazon animated series. It would be incredible. But I think there'd be too many greedy hands involved in that it would not be fun for me anymore to do. And that's all I'll say about that. Actually, I have to admit, I don't know if any of you have played through the narrative dungeons yet. for the Caverns of Time, or the Temporal Caverns as I call them. Um, that is some of my favorite writing that I've done. Especially the I think it's the second one where the sisters are attempting to kill Sir Sigmund. That is one of my favorite pieces of writings I've done for the game. It's got a good emotion in it, especially if you fail the dungeon. It's really like, oh man. So I'm hoping to delve more into that too. For what do you call it? For the next book, I want to do more of that dramatic stuff. And then yeah, that's it. So that's the big announcement. There's going to be at least one. So you have Cockthrone is next. 1, 2, 3. So there should be about 5 books in total when all said and done with this, and that's approved. That's officially legal and good to go currently. So, let's see. Big Bad is already sculpted. He's sitting on my desk right now, waiting to be painted. Diorama is sculpted, printed, waiting to be painted. I'm gonna have Kate help me out with those as well, so I have professional ones for the table, because she did the other ones that, and if any of you came and saw, they're beautiful. I really think that's it. So now, something really big that's coming up is fun, exciting, and I'm hoping that it brings in a bunch of sales to help fuel WOSDEC 2, quote unquote, WOSDEC the Cogthrone. At Gen Con, there's a charity event for it's a Dungeons and Dragons charity event for helping protect children in North Carolina. I forget what the name of the charity is called. It's being put on by the Weather Dragon and another guy named Simply Samurai, who does combat sports. He's like he does the armored MMA. He's pretty big in it, and they got together to do this. And I did a lot of work for them for it behind the scenes, especially with the playbill. So if you are going to Gen Con, take a look for that book, because on the back of that book is my full page Plague Throne ad, which has a discount code on it, so be sure to use that. On what they're playing, buying, painting in the Discord. I will absolutely do that in a minute, Chris. Cam, sorry. He hates when I call him by his legal name. So I apologize. I gotta shake it off, brother. That's on me, I'm sorry. So I apologize. So yeah, so at Gen Con is going to be that. And then on a 20-foot by 10-foot screen is going to be a full videographed video. What am I saying? It's gonna be filmed, and playing there. It's gonna be an actual full trailer for the Plague Throne. I have voiceover from my friend Tiz over in the UK. She is officially the voice of Celeste now. So anywhere that I need voice with Celeste, she's locked in. She's the one who's going to do it. She did such a good job. It's going to be a full trailer like you would expect from like a World of Warcraft expansion or something. Obviously not cinematic 3D created computer graphics, but it's going to be like running past everything, showing you what's available, what's doing this, what's doing that, and nice. I would love for you to voice Chompers. Roar. And that's going to be playing there live. So the person running the game for that charity event is Luke Gygax. Yeah, the son of Gary Gygax. So you are going to, if you go to that event, you're going to see Plague Throne everywhere there, because I said it. There's also a bunch of stuff for auction there for the charity too from the Plague Throne. Like I have a fully painted dragon that I painted myself. Is actually up for the auction for the charity as well. A complete set of the miniatures with a book is up for sale with a special autographed introduction. So Plague Throne is going to be all over the place there. Again, that video is going to repeat a few times before the show, and it's going to be the last video that plays before the show starts too. I have that benefit because I'm putting all the videos together, and I did all the groundwork for all that. So. So I asked Mike if I could do that. He said sure. So it worked out. I asked him and Samurai, and they said okay. But at that event, you have Luke Gygax, Tank Tolman, Simply Samurai, Alicia Marie Botti, my cosplay crush, Professor DM. I don't remember. Amy Vorpal, I want to say her name is. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. It's going to be a really cool event. And it's going to have all custom tables from Weather Dragon there and stuff. All for an incredible charity. I do believe... Ink GM, are you going to that? are you going to Gen Con and going to the event? Because I know that you have an ad in there too. Amy Vorpal. Okay, I did get it right. Okay. Yeah, Vorpal. Yeah, Cam, she's in there. It's pretty stacked cast. I actually really like it. The other thing is, Ink GM has a. You're gonna have to tell me exactly what it is, but I believe you do have an adventure book that you're putting out, and there's an ad for the Plague Throne in that as well. Full page ad. It better be the first page ad because I'm so sweet and handsome, or something. Anyone who is going needs to learn the face for when you see her. I don't know what that means, but sure. Yeah, so I also have an ad in one of Ink GM's books coming out. Ink GM actually has a Kickstarter that you can go check out. It's not live yet, but I think it's posted, right? If I'm correct, you can follow it right now for all updates. He has an apocalypse setting for RPGs book coming out. Definitely check out Ink GM on Instagram and check that out too, because he's again, that's a really sweet dude. Definitely support him if you can, even if it's just liking and following him. Probably gonna find that when I fly out that night. That's awesome. I was thinking about doing that for Gen Con, but it's just not gonna work for me. Yeah, and then again, Mike at the Weather Dragon, the table is here. It's set up. The LEDs are finally working correctly. I had 2 bad modules that we replaced, and now I can control them, so it's good. I'm going to start filming a lot of things coming up. The first thing I'm going to start filming is the basic how-tos, how to start up a group, how to fill out the character sheets, town stays, all that basic stuff, because everyone, for the most part, seems to be getting it. There's just a few like questions and stuff that I'd love to just put out like a basics video just to clear things up for people in case they have questions. Then I'm going to start filming the narrative dungeon reports and posting those online. And yeah, we're going to see where it goes. So I'm going to wrap this up because I've gone long enough and I really want to paint some minis before I go to bed. So basically, yeah. Damn it. Oh yeah, so the big news is WOSDEC will continue. The second book is in development. It's pretty much mostly written at this point. Thank you, Ink GM. I appreciate that for posting that. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Again, I'm approving this, so it's not like moderated out. I wanted him to link that. Go check it out, people. Again, Charlie's awesome. He runs a cool game. Everything I've seen of clips of him and stuff and him just talking, he definitely has a good mind for the gaming. So, but true, every time we delve into the dungeon, we lose a party member. There has to be a better way. No. Lose party members. Too bad. So yeah, so WOSDEC is going to continue. The goal is to have a complete 5-book series. If it goes beyond that, that'd be cool, but I'm not sure. We got to see. Because at some point, I really have to consider the fact that, you know, power creep and everything. Again, if you guys went back and clipped, you could see all the different stuff that I have that I showed you. You know, like, again, like, I'm not going to float things, like, right in front of the camera that you might want to see. You know, I'm not going to do that or anything. But, yeah, so we're gonna continue. And, again, Paige comes, you can see a bunch of the artwork and stuff in person for the next book, plus everything existing professionally painted. Kate pitting in the booth and Camera running demos. And then at Lit is going to be the full reveal of everything. And then from there, it's just going to be finalizing it. So at the end of the year, of next year, WOSDEC the Cog Throne can start pre-ordering, and I can start shipping it like I did last time, where I'll say February of the next year, but probably start stepping in January. But that's it. So thank you everybody for coming. This was a crazy fun stream, and it was so nice to see people excited. And thank you everyone for coming out and watching it. That was super cool. That really made my friggin' day. So Cog Throne is on the way, and listen, I'll tell you, the new heroes got some really cool stuff that I think is going to be really fun. So, what badass model? Hold on, let me show it. Here you go. For those wondering, Euthraxia comes up to here. That's the dragon. So, yeah, he's pretty big. He's pretty beefy. You'll get better images of it as it goes. But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. So again, thank you everybody for stopping by. Big news is coming. I'll post this online so I can share in the Discord, because I know some people are in Australia and are in bed right now who would want to see this. Looking to you, Jenna and Phil. But again, thank you guys. This was really cool. I appreciate you all coming out, man. This felt nice on the soul. So cool. Take it easy, and as I always say, thanks for being a part of the team, and thanks for coming out. I'll see you on the next one, and I'm hoping to be streaming sooner. Yeah, thank you guys again. Super, super appreciate it. I'm not crying over all of you coming in. You're crying. Stop it.